Well, some very sad news received today is that Malcolm Young died. He was co-founder of the band AC/DC, which had had a huge and long career. He used to be a big fan of theirs. I always thought that those guys there was never a name that was more fitting for a band than kind of that lightning bolt electric charge that those guys provided when they were playing. They were awesome, man. I remember, how many times that I used to listen to some of their songs and just get ramped up. It's like getting hit with a lightning bolt when when those guys would play. And that was one of the few bands that I actually never got a chance to go see back in the day. I went to a lot of concerts. I think like in the mid to late 80s, I probably was going to like a show like every other week, just about some sort of rock show or something. Just love music, Never had the ability to play it, but I always loved it. And those guys were always kind of top on my list on music that I enjoyed watching and listening to and everything. And I did not know that they were from Glasgow, Scotland originally. I'd always thought, after watching the videos, I guess before the days of the internet, you kind of had to guess on things based on what you'd see on TV. And I always thought they were from England for some reason, but they were from Glasgow, Scotland, and then they migrated over to I think it was Sydney, Australia, or whatever. And the two brothers, Malcolm and Angus, were the co-founders of the band. I just want to send out some prayers to the family over there, man. I know you guys are dealing with some really tough stuff, losing your family member, and man, I hope that you guys get some peace in this time for sure, and everything. And as a person that's had to deal with a family member that's had dementia, which is what got Angus, man, there's no easy way to deal with that. You just basically lose the person before they pass away. It's a horrible disease, and I have a lot of respect for families that take care of it. And just kind of a side note, if anybody out there ever has a family member that has like dementia or Alzheimer's or something, man, just give them as much grace and mercy as you can, because they start to really have a difficult time, and they don't want to be like that, but they just start to lose their ability to tie their shoes, to eat, and to put their clothes on, and all kinds of stuff. And just on the early stages, you've got that, man, just give them as much grace and mercy as you can. One of the things that I got to thinking about years ago was their song, Highway to Hell. And I always, thought, it was kind of a fun song to sing along with. But when I really started to think about it, I was like, man, I don't want to go there. If what the, all the Bible says and everything's true, I don't want to go to that place, because it sounds like it sucks bad, And so, anyway, man, I started thinking about my own self as like, man, am I going to go to that place? And I started thinking about, I've done a lot of really rotten stuff in my life. I've screwed people over, I've lied to a lot of people, I've done, gosh, I can't even remember all the stuff that I've done, that was rotten to people. I've lied, done a lot of stuff, stolen, whatever. And, I knew that I was going to be having to get an account for that. I really wasn't sure how it's going to shake out. And so, I started asking, if there's a God, I don't want to go to hell, how do I get saved and all that sort of stuff. And saved, it's kind of a Christian word or whatever, but I knew that I was in danger, man. If there was really a God and all that sort of stuff, there was no doubt in my mind that I was going to hell, that I deserved it. And so I started looking into, like Jesus claims, I go to church and stuff like that, and look into that stuff. And I felt like the Lord was drawing me. I go to church service. In the middle of church service, I felt like the pastor was talking right to me, and I go hide out in the bathroom for like the last 30 minutes and stuff. But anyway, man, we all have to give an account, before God one day, and I don't want to see anybody go to hell, including myself and you. Man, I hope you feel me on that. I'm not here to like say you deserve hell, but it's kind of like we all deserve hell because of things we've done. And I kept coming to the point that, like, Jesus came back from the dead. And I just couldn't get past that. Like, all the other things were, I kind of looked into, it's like, you got to do this or you got to do that. And Jesus is the only one that's like, trust me and come into a relationship and everything, and I'll give you life and all that sort of stuff. And that's when I became a Christian. I repented, of my sins. I knew I was doing wrong, and I told the Lord, save me, and, to give me a new life and everything like that. And I believe He has, And I hope that happens for you too. I hope this situation with Malcolm is kind of a wake-up call for all of us, that time's short, we got to get things right. But Yeah, man, just think about that. You know, again, a lot of sorrow to the family there, the young family, what they're going through right now. And man, I just hope it goes. Hope you guys get some peace in this, man. God bless you.